But they said to mute. So I wanted to-
All right, sit up straight. Press your fingertips down, lengthen through your sideways side chest. Move your arm bones back to bring your shoulder blades into your back. Keep that, rest your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. Descend your thighs. With even and equal weight of your two sitting bones, lengthen up through the front of your body. Press your shoulder blades into your back ribs to lift your chest. Soften your neck and throat. Release your jaw. Rest your tongue into the base of your mouth. Take slow, even breaths. And then gently open your eyes. Come over to your hands and knees for child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Extend your arms forward. Press your hands into the floor. Push your hips back. Soften your neck and throat. All right, then come up to your hands and knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Press your hands strongly into the floor. Move your thighs back. Press down with the index finger and thumb side of your hand to turn your lower arm in. Turn your upper arm out. Lift the backs of your thighs. Try to come onto your toes. This child, yeah. Now lift the backs of your thighs. Move your abdomen towards your thighs. And then move your heels back. All right, bend your knees, come down. Rest. All right, one more time. So place your hands, tuck your toes underneath, lift up. And Julie, if you want to tilt your camera down a little bit, it would help. Where did Julia go? All right. Ah, more people. Okay. So everyone come onto your toes. Lift the backs of your thighs. Is anyone, okay, Marcia would be in the flexible group. Julie would be in the flexible group. So you're not gonna lift your buttocks up, but everyone else lift your buttocks up as high as possible. And keep that and move your heels back. Yeah, that's better, Julie. All right, and then walk your hands back toward your feet. Or whatever works. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Rest your head down. So the ones that have recently joined us, Anamika and Shanti, I can't see you, just so you know. All right, place your hands on your hips, come all the way back up. All right, if you look at your screen for a minute, I'm holding a pillow like this, and I'm gonna grip it. Now, if you don't have a pillow and you have a block, you're just gonna have a block between your hands. No, not this time, not this time. You're gonna have a strap between your hands or a blanket. But if you have a pillow, grip the pillow. If your shoulders are tight, you're gonna grip it this way. All right? So get your accoutrements and then pull on the pillow or the strap or the blanket. And lift it over your head. Like this. You can stand up for this, but in order to see it, I have to sit down. Pull. And you'll notice that when you pull rather than push like you would with a block, it does something different in your shoulders. So try to pull the strap, the blanket, the pillow apart. All right, and then release it down. Come to sitting. All right, let's see. A little closer to the camera. It's so weird to not hear you guys. All right. So you're gonna sit back like you're at the beach. And then you take your right foot over your left knee. Then take your left hand and put it between the toes of your right foot. And if you want, you can bring your foot closer to you, or you can stack your shins on top of each other and get both feet in. 2 hands, 2 feet, whatever works for your hips. And get as close to the webbing of your toes as you can with your feet. With your hands. I don't even have you guys to say, what? All right, and if you're Bob, and that's still not enough, you can come forward. All right. Then release your hands, stretch your legs out, and then take your left ankle over your right knee, bend your right knee, and get those fingers in. Then take your other leg, so you can either bring it closer, or you can take your leg across and interlock, doing both hands and feet at the same time. Or whatever works. Possibly going forward. Release your hands, stretch your legs out, spread your toes. All right, so next, I'm sure this is why you came, why you showed up today. But you're gonna tuck your toes underneath and sit down on your heels. At the same time, you take your hands behind and point your fingers up. If this isn't possible, just grab the opposite elbow. So if your hands are together, press them together. Roll your shoulders back. You can even, if you want it more intense, you can walk your knees back. Because I know everyone wants it more intense. Good. Yeah. Who can I see now? Ah, Tina, I can see you now. Yes. I can see guest ceiling. All right. Okay, then slowly release your hands. Stretch your hands out. Release your feet and point them straight back. Sit back down. And you have the pillows and blankets nearby if you need those. So the next one, again, I'm gonna have to speak closer to the camera. Maybe, let's see. You wanna put one foot on the opposite foot. So they make a little X behind. So place one foot on the arch of the other foot and then sit back. At the same time, take one arm up, one arm down, and bring them to your back. If you can reach, you can reach. If not, just press them into your back. Keep your chest lifted. Yeah. Now, while you're here, take the top foot and massage the bottom foot by moving it back and forth. All right. And then release your arms. Come forward. Change the cross of your feet. Sit back. Then you can massage the other foot. Then one arm up, one arm down. Bring them towards each other on the back. If they don't reach, don't worry about it. Just press your hands into your back. Keep your chest lifted. And massage the bottom foot. All right, release your arms. Roll your shoulders a couple times. Place your hands, come up to the Ardha Mukha Svanasana. See if this foot and shoulder work has had any effect on your downward dog. Bob, press more with your right hand, I think it is. I think it's reversed. Move your hips to the left. Let me see. Yes, that's it. Tina, bigger step. Further apart. There you go. Straighten your arms. All right. Come down to the floor in Dandasana and watch for a moment. So I'm placing the pillow between my feet. If you have a block, you can also use a block. Just know that blocks are heavy, a lot heavier than pillows. So if you have don't use a wooden block is what I'm saying. All right, and so we're gonna start fairly simply. Let's just arms up, press into the pillow, spread your toes. All right, and then come forward, grab the pillow or block or whatever, lift it up, put it back, lift your arms up, lean forward, grab the pillow, bring it up, forward, arms back. Okay. So if you're having back pain, that might be what you do today. The next step is to come forward, not grab the pillow. Then when you come back, take your hands back, lift up. Back down, arms up, forward, up, hands back, legs up, legs down, arms up, come forward, arms up, hands back, legs up, legs down. Okay. Now you have to look around and make sure you're not going to hit anything. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking at you guys. rather than myself. I don't usually talk to myself in the mirror. All right, so look forward, look back. So you can stick with this one. This one is a good ab work, or you can add a little bit. So you go back, grab the pillow, go forward, drop the pillow. Go back, grab the pillow, forward, drop the pillow. Go back, whoops. Grab the pillow, forward, drop the pillow. Go back, grab the pillow, forward, drop the pillow. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Good choices. So one of the advantages of practicing at home is no one can see you but me. So you don't have to feel like you're competing with anybody. And then you can also change this up. So you take the pillow first, go back, grab, go forward. I'm hearing somebody. Want to have a question? Maybe not.
Can you see my mat?
I can. So Marcia, please mute yourself after you ask the question. Because otherwise we're going to hear all the noises. Thanks. All right, so you guys stopped. Right, okay. Now, okay, this was a class I was supposed to be taking, but this is a very heavy book. So get your book or your block, and I'm going to show seated so you can see my arms, but I want you to stand. So stand in Tadasana with your book or block. And hold it between your arms with your hands forward. Then slowly lift it up. Once you get over your head, push it towards the ceiling. And then very slowly take it back down. I see that some are faster than I am. All right. Now again, this is another one where you're not going to use a heavy, this book weighs about 8 pounds or 10 pounds, so it's super heavy. So you don't want a super heavy one for this one, especially if you have shoulder or back issues. Somehow I lost my head. All right, so you're going to bend forward with the block between your hands, or the book, or whatever. So have it on the widest you can have it, and have it resting on your lower back. Then, very slowly, take it up. If it's not working for you, switch it out for a strap. or a pillow. Okay, so once it reaches the ceiling is where those with shoulder issues should be extremely careful. But it does something interesting once you take it beyond straight up. For some reason, it moves your head toward your legs. Or at least it does that with me. Yeah, good. Yes, Karen, that will work. Good alternative. If you've never tried this with a heavy book and you have okay shoulders, I suggest you try it, even if it's not today.
Mary?
Yeah.
I tried it with a block. And my shoulders just won't
go that
move.
far.
Yeah, and I can't straighten my arms. That's why I changed to the strap.
Yeah, that's probably
good?
a good idea. It's probably have to do with how wide your blocks are.
Oh, okay.
This is much wider than a block.
Yeah, the block was too narrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. So I'm going to tilt this up just a touch. Place the block back on your hips and then lift yourself back up. Ah! There's the ceiling. Yeah. Okay. Does everyone have a wall or the bed will work or a chair or a couch? So you're going to place your hands on the chair, bed, couch, but I want you to push. I don't want it to be pushing down. I want you to be pushing in. So if you had a wall, you get to see my best side, it would be like this. All right? Make a square, that looks good. Yeah. That'll work. All right. Now step your feet together. All right. And lift your left leg up. Extend your left leg. Oh, that's my roll up. Straight out. Extend through the big toe side of the foot. Then take your right arm back. For those that come to class frequently, this will seem somewhat familiar. Now, then bring your right arm forward and see if you can take your left arm back. And then bring both arms forward and lower that leg down. Stand up and rest. And bend forward. Lift your other leg. Extend through the big toe side of the foot. Then opposite hand to lifted leg, take it back. So this would be your left, I believe. Then bring that hand forward. Press down with the big toe side of your left foot and take your right arm back. Then bring your right arm forward, both feet to the floor, and come back up. All right, so take either a pillow or a strap. And you can watch for a moment. I'm going to take it behind, and then I turn so I'm facing the little side of my mat. 2 straight legs. I press down with the big toe of my front leg, and I come forward. And that might be my extension forward. Then I'm going to lift my arms up. Now you have to keep the big toe side down, or the balance will be much more challenging. And if I can come a little further forward, so watch this. But when I take my arms over my head, it brings my head down. Now, you might not be there yet, but so step your feet apart and face the same direction as your toes are to begin with. So everybody up before coming. You're going to be in the pose a while if you come in early. All right. Then turn to your right. So your right leg is forward, your left leg is back. If balance is challenging, take the left leg out more. So the toes turn out more. Rather than in, they turn out. That'll make balance a little easier. Face your right leg. Press down with your right big toe and your left heel. Then with your exhalation, fold halfway. You're holding on to the blanket or the pillow. And you can stay here and just balance. Or if you have a little more flexibility, you can come down over the front of the leg. Then, possibly bring the arms up and over. And up. Good. All right, now press through, put your hands back on your hips. Yeah, press with the back heel, inhale, come up. And then turn to the other side. So your left foot is facing forward, your right leg is turned out a little bit, or a lot if you need more balance. Press down with the big toe side of your left foot and your right heel. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold halfway. So find your balance here. Keep pressing down with the left big toe as you come over the front leg for Parshvottanasana, intense flank stretch. Now with your next exhalation, you can lift your arms up and possibly over. Yes, Tyler, you need a bigger step. Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Press through your back heel, put your hands back towards where your hips are, and come back up. All right, Gilroy, that was a good modification. Excuse me while you get a drink of water. All right. Virabhadrasana 1. Take your arms and legs wide. Scoot back a little bit. Take your arms to the side, extend through your fingertips. Turn your palms up. Lift your arms up. Turn to your right. Press down again with your back heel and your right big toe. So the left heel and the right big toe are your 2 balance points. Points of focus. Lift up through your arms to lift your chest. Then with an exhalation, bend your front leg. And you know the interesting thing about this is since you guys are on video, you can look at yourself. and say, how much is my front leg bent? It's very boring to make jokes to myself. And with your next exhalation, press to the front leg, straighten the front leg, turn your 10 toes to the front, or whatever is the front for you. And then you're gonna go to the left. Left leg out, right leg in. Press down with the big toe side of your left foot, your right heel. Keep those two balance points. Then lift your arms up, get length in your chest as you bend your front leg. Again, see if your leg is as bent as you think it is. And not every one of you can see your leg in the camera, but a lot of you can. Try just a little more. And then press to the front foot, turn your feet to the front, bring your hands on your hips. All right. Bend forward, bring your fingertips to the floor. Press your thighs back. Then walk your hands back as much as makes sense for you with straight legs. Possibly bending the elbows and bringing the head to the floor. And walk your hands forward. Lift yourself back up. Okay, so watch this setup. Now yours will be different because you have your own, but if you have the dictionary, I know not everyone puts books on the floor, but could just be a dictionary. They're pretty much out of date anyway. All right, so I'm going to use 2 pillows, but you might have something that looks like this rather than this. And I'm going to sit in front of it and extend my legs out, lift my chest, and lay back. So my head, in this one, my head is supported here, but my arms aren't. So this would be difficult for somebody with tight shoulders. They could be here. But after we're here for a while, we're going to move a little bit this way. And some of you will want the extra pillow for the head. But start with, so a bolster will work. Now, have it under your shoulder blades. Let's say Gilroy, I think a little bit towards the head side with the pillows or bolster or whatever that is. Move it towards your head for both of you. Yes. Or even actually turn the bolster the other way. Since you have bolsters, turn it the other way. So it's long. Yes, yes, like that. Yes, exactly.
Mary,
Yeah,
hips on the floor.
hips are on the floor.
Okay.
So if your hips are on the floor, then have a lower height. If you're falling asleep, have a higher height.
What position with the arms if you have tight shoulders?
You put them here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if your hands aren't close to the floor, then place them on your belly. If they're close to the floor and it feels okay on your shoulders, then you can have them overhead. Yeah. Okay, in this position, so this is a fairly supported back bend. So what I want you to do is focus on, with your inhalation, expanding your rib cage here. I think that's a good idea, Marcia. So feel how the back bend automatically gives you more space in the front of the rib cage, and then breathe into that space. Now, if you're comfortable, you can move a little bit toward your head side, and so your head is resting on the floor. So if you're using a bolster, Marcia, you're going to have to turn it the other way. Get your head on the floor. Yeah. That's it. So this position changes the focus of the rib cage a little bit. All right, bend your knees. Roll to your side. And come back up. Now I had planned a bunch of back bends. I think they're very important. Well, they're important to me in these both stressful and sad times, and they really improve my mood. So I've been doing a lot of them, just simple back bends like this one. So we're going to do Shalabhasana with a slightly different variation. So we're going to come up into Shalabhasana, and then from here, I'm going to take one arm forward and put it on the floor. Then I'm going to reach back, grab my foot, and then put my thumb and my foot, big toe at the same side, and keep them there for Ardha Bakasana. So we're going from Shalabhasana to Ardha Bakasana. All right? If it's too much, just do Shalabhasana. So lie on your belly. Roll your thighs in. Take your arms back by your hips. And then lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your arms. Yeah. All right. Now swing your right arm forward. So now you have one arm forward, one arm back. Then take your right hand in front of your chest. Keep your legs lifted. Then bend your left leg and grab the inside of your left foot. All right, so now you're being supported by your right arm. And then you're going to push your left foot down to its hip. I'm going to give you guys a close-up because a lot of times this is very difficult to see. So the thumb and the big toe are on the same side. And then I keep them together. They don't change places. Just the arm changes places. The thumb and big toe stay together. Or whatever works. All right, release that side. Come back to Shalabhasana. Then take your left arm forward. Bend your right leg. Grab the foot. Put your left arm in front of your torso. Lift your chest. And then keeping the thumb and big toe together, you can drop the other leg now. Come into Ardha Bakasana. Then back up to Shavasana. And down. Okay, so we're going to do Chatushpadasana, and frequently called bridge. So I'm going to have these two pillows between my knees like this. You could also have a narrow block, or even a medium block. The advantage of the pillows or something soft like a rolled blanket, that would work too, is that you can squeeze. And you can't squeeze a block as well. You don't actually get some tactile feeling when you squeeze. So have something between your knees and squeeze it until you feel your inner thighs activate. Then keep that. Have your hands by your sides, press your heels down and lift up about halfway. After you've lifted up halfway, you're going to roll your shoulders under and either interlock your hands or you can grab the sides of the mat and lift your legs even more. So press down with the big toe side of your foot. Squeeze the block, pillow, whatever you got, bolster would work. Why is it under your hips? Is there something? Ah, there we go. Yes. Now slowly lower your hips back to the floor and rest your legs down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll to your side. And come up. All right. So we're going to do a little recline twist. Let's see if I can get in here. There we go. So my arms are up to the side, in line with the mat. I squeeze my legs together. This would also be another fun place to put a pillow. This wasn't part of the plan. Anyway. And then I'm going to take my legs over to the side and bring my knees close to my elbow. Once I'm here, I exhale and move my torso to the other side. So lie on your back. Bring your knees in close to your chest. Take your arms out to the side. And then bring your legs over to the right and let them rest on the floor. It's a different stretch than if the knees are away from the elbow. So try to keep your knees close to your elbow and let them rest. You don't have to lift the legs up, but you can squeeze the pillow. Then with your exhalation, turn your rib cage to the opposite side. So your legs are going, oh, I don't know, to the right, I think. So turn your rib cage to the left. Whichever way is fine, doesn't matter. Pick your legs back up. And then bring them to the other side. Use your exhalation to revolve your torso to the opposite side. And then lift your legs back up to center. Release your feet. Come up to sitting. Sit in Dandasana. So you can sit on a pillow, or you can use it for another purpose. So you're going to reach underneath your right leg, roll that thigh back, and then bring the foot as close to its own thigh as possible. If it doesn't reach, then just bring it to the other thigh. If your leg is out, then you can support your knee with, if it's a little bit up, Ramona, it's not a problem. If most of the thigh is on the floor, that's fine, but some people will have the leg this high. All right, now you're going to turn towards your straight leg. I'm going to have a pillow here because you can either, the bolster should also work, but you can have it up high. You can have it medium or low. So I'm going to turn it to the side just a little bit, reach for my foot, and head down. So whatever works to support your head, a bolster, a couple pillows, a block. Now if you have the pillow, you may notice one of the things that happens in this pose is that the bent knee side arm tends to be a little higher. And the pillow actually gives you, and maybe the bolster too, I haven't tried it, gives you some feedback as far as what side is higher. So this side's a little higher, so I have to move my ribs towards my straight leg to lower that side down. Inhale, come back up. Lift your right leg up, extend it out. Reach behind your left leg, roll the thigh out, bring the heel in close, and turn towards your straight leg, which in this case would be your right. So again, either tall, medium, or low. So something where you can rest your head. This pressure against your forehead is usually fairly relaxing. All right. Now notice it's your bent knee side that tends to be higher. Not true for everybody, but 90% of the people, the bent knee side tends to be higher. So to lower that side, you shift your ribs towards the straight leg. Inhale, come back up. Straighten both legs out. Go forward. Yeah. Right. And then you're going to lie back for Shavasana. Now, if you have two pillows, you can turn them on there, or if you have a couch pillow, that will also work. You can rest, you can place them behind your knees and rest down like this. You can also put a bolster back behind your knees. Oh shoot. I was thinking the class ended at 10:30. All right, well, enjoy your Shavasana. Oops, I was bound to screw something up. And then I'm going to show you some stuff you can do with the couch after Shavasana. So, yeah. So roll your shoulders under. Soften your neck and throat. Release your jaw. Rest your tongue into the base of your mouth. And use the next few moments to focus on your breath. Deepen your breath. Bend your knees. Support your head as you roll to your side. Roll a little further to your side and lift yourself back up to seated. Take your arms wide, lift your chest. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Think of something you're grateful for. Namaste. All right, I'm going to unmute all of you. My apologies for messing up.
It was great.
Okay, so I'm also going to show you.
It was great.
Oh, thank you. So this is my practice area, and it has a couch. So let's see, I'm going to actually turn it the other way.
This is your new house, Mary?
No, this is my parents' house. This is their basement. So this is what I suggest you try. It's called sitting on the couch. No, so just like when we went over the blankets, you can do that on the couch.
Very cool.
And then the other one is you take your 2 pillows, put them on the floor, you lay it on the couch, put your legs up, and you have supported shoulders down.
So head is on the floor?
My head is on the floor. Oh, I guess you can't see it, can you?
Yeah. We can see.
Hi,
Hi, Anamika.
Okay, let's try that again.
Oh, it's where is Mary? Oh, hi, Ramona.
Hi there. Hi, Chaya.
Hi, Anamika.
We can't see where is Mary?
I don't know. He left.
Yes.
The top video goes to that person.
Mary.
Yeah, so now, oh yes, if you're talking, sorry, I wasn't. Okay, so I will.
It also works on the edge of the bed with a bolster under the hips.
Yes. Yeah, and then Bob is showing it with a chair. So there we go. Tina is trying it out.
And then I've got this for.
Oh, I did it again. Okay, so now if you look at the gallery view, which is in the upper right-hand corner of your device, it doesn't work on cell phones, I don't think, but if you're on a computer, you can see everybody and you can click gallery view and you can see what everyone's house looks like. But Tina is doing it, Bob is doing it on a chair, or he was. And I'll show it one more time. For those that didn't see it, because of the way Zoom works. So there's my couch, and sorry, the speaker's at the bottom. You're not as likely in this one. You know, in the chair, sometimes it feels fairly unstable. This doesn't. So. It also works on other couches. There's another couch here. Okay. Now I will unmute all of you. Okay.
Thanks, Mary. You saw my chat.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
When is
you,
your next
Mary.
class?
Jonathan, am I doing Wednesday next week?
No, you're staying on Fridays.
Okay.
Okay,
Friday,
see you next
Mary,
Friday, Mary.
Okay.
Thanks, Mary. It was very good.
So, see you next Friday.
Okay, good.